Now, before we begin, I'd like to give a quick shout out to iKarate Live. iKarate Live is an iPhone app, soon to be Android, and it's designed to connect martial arts fans with the best events and instructors. What's up, guys? It's Ken from Flowtricks, and this is the brand new studio. This is one of the brand new studios, I should say. I have multiple backdrops. I wanted to use the black one to start as it's the most familiar. I'm just going to go over a few of these questions to break off our new celebration into this studio. So let's go over the first question here. The first question is submitted by Anthony Michael, and it's not really a question at all. It says costuming. When you're working with costuming, especially if you're building your act, it's very important to have a unique costume. It's almost like having a brand. Like, what if Coke and Pepsi looked identical in terms of their brand? You have one costume that is specifically chosen that represents you, then every time someone sees it, they're going to think about you or anything similar to it. If you're always changing costumes, that's perfectly okay too. But if you're always changing costumes, this can cause not necessarily identity confusion, but you'll never quite get branded with that identity. When it comes to building a costume though, this is where things can get a little tricky. And the best thing I can say is look for unique people, look on Etsy, see if you can get something started. Usually you have to think in layers. If you need help, look at comic books, think of superhero characters, watch movies. I mean, a lot of the times the costuming that they use in those types of things are excellent inspirations that you can use for your own. But whatever you do, if you have a really solid performance going on, do not wear a t-shirt. Don't come in jeans. Trust me on this one. It'd be like going to a job interview with a tank top on. You want to take them to a different world, so make sure that you are properly ready. Let me show you a new doubles trick. We're doing a 3-beat, you got another 3-beat to make this work. The moment that my right hand is on the right side, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it out here and we're gonna do a thumb roll. So, 3-beat here. And then as we go out, the left hand is just gonna spin normally while we do a thumb roll. This is gonna cause me to be an inverse grip, and then we're gonna continue the 3-beat. So, here. Once it comes to the outside again, we're gonna go and do a back to front roll, and we're back to the regular 3-beat. So 3-beat, thumb roll, 3-beat, back to front grip. If you look at the way these are moving, if you look from the side, they're actually not right in front of each other. Otherwise, they will intercept and they'll crash into each other. My right hand is slightly in front of the left, which allows my thumb roll not to interfere with the circle that's behind. So, Catherine Stedham and Twan Stevens said everything you know. Twan says, I'm with you 200%. So, let me tell you everything I know. Lacey Danielle Franks, she wants to learn some horizontal flow. Let's get a basic one going here. What we're going to do is I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to cross it over to the left side of my body like so. So we're doing a horizontal slash like so. And then as it starts to bounce to the other side, we're going to do a front to back hand roll. So it's going to be rolling over. You want to get enough speed to where it'll just go into the other hand, but in slow motion, it's open the hand and close it. So we are in a front grip and it goes to a back grip. It's just like the very basic wrist roll like here, except for we're doing it horizontally. But just make sure you keep following through and keep your hand moving until it bounces to the other side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do roll, roll. So basically it's gonna be a front to back, bounce, back to front, bounce. Then my hand's gonna cross and it's gonna pass right here. So this is a cross grab. It's very much like this cross grab here, except for we're horizontally. From there I'm gonna let go with my right hand and we're gonna go the exact opposite way. Front to back, bounce, back to front, and cross grab. So this is a nice little combo that's not too hard to do. Next question is from Reed. Can you do butterfly knife? I just bought one from Amazon. Reed, that is awesome. I'm so excited you got a butterfly knife. The answer to your question is no. As you're doing a 3-beat weave, I hope you know how to do that. There's a video, I'm sure I made a video on this one. We're gonna come back here, just like I did earlier in the video. But this time my right hand is gonna do a number 3. So it's a number 3 bounce, which is the tricep bounce. So here, tricep bounce. The moment it tricep bounces, I'm aiming underneath this arm and I'm going to try to flick my hands straight up. That's going to cause the chuck to fly over. It's going to cause the chuck to fly over. So what I'm doing is I'm bouncing and I'm flicking, but I'm actually kind of flicking back this direction. Now I have to make sure I flick it straight, otherwise it's going to hit the chuck if it moves at an angle. So weave, I'm doing my weave here. Bounce under the tricep, Then once it bounces under the tricep, most of this is a wrist shot that goes from here to here. And that's gonna cause it to fling over and catch. So again, this would not have been possible without Patreon donors. The mobile app would not have been possible without donors. The website, maybe. Thank you all so much, Patreon donors and people that have helped me get to this point. We're only going to get bigger. If you haven't donated, you can make a one-time donation through PayPal, or you can do a monthly contribution to support these ongoing efforts. I just want to make videos and support people and teach them how they can be performers, give them self-confidence and all that good jazz. So please donate to Patreon and keep supporting me so I can support others, and it'll just go on and on and on. Awesome. Alright, I wanted to cover one more thing from Lacey, and she was talking about footwork. Now, a lot of times when people are doing really fantastic motions and movements, look at my body. There's this thing that I would say, which is, if the nunchucks weren't in your hand and you're going like this, how great of a performance would it be? You don't feel it as much as if my body was into it. Whew. Even this handout is different than going. Yes, and this is a very simple drill. I'm going to put my chuck in the upper right corner. I'm going to slide down, and I'm going to stomp my left foot. Left foot goes up, stomp. And I'm going to lean over to where my left shoulder is right over my knee. So here, lean and stomp. I'm just barely lifting my leg up and stomping it down. So stomp, lift it up. So once we hear, lift it up and take the right foot, take a small step forward, and stomp. So it'll be like, Godzilla. What I want you to do though is see if you can feel the swing all the way down into your feet. So don't just be like, because this is not a connected motion, but this is. So I'm really following through and I'm feeling that wave, that momentum, and it's rippling all the way from my arm to my foot. Stomp almost happens not necessarily from a jump, but from just a bend of the knees, a very fast bend in the knees and allowing your feet to fall. So your knees bend fast and then your body falls. So here,